What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I want to speak on Jeff Lebby potentially being an offensive coordinator for Alabama. But if you haven't, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And by doing so, it really helps out my channel and it helps me grow as a content creator. This would be an interesting hire, guys, if Alabama was able to pull, Jeff Lebby. We already know this is a guy played at Oklahoma. Uh, Oklahoma in his blood. This guy, a great offensive mind. He's been all over college football at different stints. He was at Baylor over there with Robert Griffin III in 2011. Had a great offense. Um, did a phenomenal job while he was there. He was the offensive coordinator and he was the passing game coordinator over there. So uh, many hats over there at Baylor. Also was at UCF for a short time. And coached up Dylan Gabriel, who's currently the quarterback at Oklahoma. So that was a reunion right there with two guys that had continuity with each other. So he was able to put up good numbers over there as well. Then he also had stints at Ole Miss under Lane Kiffin, you know. And each one of these stints, guys, he was able to put up 40 plus points for the most part. So great offensive mind, you know. Definitely a guy that likes to run the ball first. That's something that Alabama, I feel like, needs to get back to. Last 2 years or so, under Bill O'Brien, we was just passing the ball a lot. And, that's good, good scheme when you're in the NFL. Most teams in the NFL pass the ball first. You rarely see the ball being run, for the most part with NFL teams. But I think Alabama needs to get back to the run game, starting to run the ball, playing good defense. And Jeff Lebby, definitely a guy that I think Nick Saban is looking at. Now, could we potentially pull him? I think that's a long shot. Like I said, he's an Oklahoma guy. Loves that state. Has done, like I said, played there, and definitely a good guy. But I keep hearing, things about he might be a potential at the top of the list for Alabama to try to get. And it's going to be interesting to see where Nick Saban goes. We don't know where he's going to, where he's thinking, as far as the OC. I'm pretty sure we all know that he wants, Jeremy Pruitt to come back for the defensive coordinator. But OC is going to be interesting, guys. We definitely need a guy to come in that's good with developing quarterbacks. And Jeff Lebby is definitely that, guys. Like I said, coached up Robert Griffin III. Like I said, Dylan Gabriel, good guy. And it's another guy that I'm missing. Um, let's see. While he was at Baylor, yeah, Nick Florence in 2012. Baylor averaged 44.5 points that year in 2012. They averaged 45.3 in 2011 with Robert Griffin III. And he threw for 4,293 yards and had 699 yards and 47 touchdowns while he was at Baylor. That's Robert Griffin III. So this is a guy that can definitely scheme up, offense. Not only that, uh, at Ole Miss had a pretty good run game that year. Mississippi, Ole Miss averaged 40 points per game in 2020, and he helped. Of course, Carroll, he was over there. He had a 70.9% completion percentage, and he threw for 3,337 yards and 33 touchdowns. So, I mean, like I said, great developer at the quarterback position. Like I said, coming in, we got two young guys coming in. You got Jalen Miro and you got Ty Simpson. He can definitely help those guys and elevate their game. So definitely a guy that I think Nick Saban is looking at. But I think it's a long shot to get him, guys. But anything can be possible. It would be a lateral move. Leaving Oklahoma to come to Alabama. But I think he ultimately is going to stay at Oklahoma. But things could change, guys. I mean, I keep hearing, looking at reports and people saying, that he could potentially come over to Alabama. In my opinion, that'd be a huge blow to Oklahoma. Like I said, didn't do too bad in 2022. Oklahoma averaged 32.8 points per game last season. And, like I said, Dylan Gabriel got the continuity with, Jeff Lebby. So the offense, flourished, right out the gate. Um, Let me see. He had Yeah, he had 3,168 passing yards with 31 total touchdowns, and he had 6 interceptions. And not only that, the Sooners had 2 running backs with 100+ yard rushing attempts. Eric Gray, he was the transfer from Tennessee. He collected 1,366 yards rushing and had 11 touchdowns on 213 attempts. So great offensive line, guys, and not to mention Marvin Mims. You know, did a phenomenal job while he was there. He had 1,000 yards and 1,083 yards and 6 touchdowns last season. So even though Oklahoma finished the season 6-7, I mean, he helped them get to a bowl game, guys. And uh, just coming in and dealing with what he had to do, he still was able to put up 32 points a game. So, like I said, definitely a guy Alabama needs to look at. And he's the best of both worlds. He's a guy that's been in college football. I'm not saying, a guy from the NFL can come in and, be successful, because we've seen that with Alabama. We've seen that with Brian Dable. He came in and helped us win a championship that year. But a guy in Jeff Lebby, been in college football, understands how to recruit, great recruiter as well. You know, that would be the best of both worlds if we was able to get Jeff Lebby. But what do you guys think? Oklahoma fans, do you think, there's a chance that Jeff Lebby will leave and make a lateral move to Alabama? Alabama fans, do you think it's possible that we can get Jeff Lebby? Would you like Jeff Lebby? You guys let me know in the comment section. And once again, guys, if you haven't, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll definitely be back with more college football content. Thanks, guys, and roll tide.